Start of first, you know,
Yeah.
make your heart of hand
Yeah.
sometimes.
My father, that happened
Yeah,
with
yeah.
him when he was working.
Yeah. I done he could do kind of work in my lifetime. I used to run a plane on different things, different things, different jobs. Dave McNeil and then Knox and them, a lot of them people dead and gone. Years ago, Mr. Loki, some of them.
You used to work at the box factory, didn't you?
Yeah.
You worked at the box factory, didn't you?
I shipping clerk got 12 years. And it's Dave McNeil. And all that guy, and all different jobs. Yeah, we had that good many years ago. We have had highs 20 and 30 car boxes up and down the road by the box factory, you know, the load. I had to go back and forth sometimes about 100 men there. I had to go back and forth, check up stuff, show them how to do this kind of work. I'm gonna have to leave here to reckon and go. And do that.
Okay. You ready?
Now, big thing that myself, you know. And everything, you know. Oh, 24 minutes to now. Good while, they say 40 or 50 years, probably longer than that sometime. Yo, do what you want to do and get things straightened out. I'll let you out here in here a little bit. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Talk about when you started making stuff, and what county were you born in?
McDuffie County.
Born in-
What county I ever lived in McDuffie County. McDuffie County.
You lived in McDuffie County,
McDuffie County.
and I guess you started working on the farm, and
Yeah, that was it.
your whole family.
Worked on the farm a long time. We go out to, you know, different things.
How long ago did you start working? When did you start working at the box factory?
But yeah,
When did you start working at the box factory?
when did I start? Oh, I started pretty early. I didn't keep up the time that I done. I started working there. I just said, sometime 1930 or long working there. About 1930 or 35.
That's a little before my time.
Was that?
That was a little before my time.
Yeah.
That was before a lot of our times.
Good while. Was that?
That was before a lot of our times.
Yeah, pretty good while.
When did you start making stuff?
I was fixing things. I was a small child. I got to making things. I know how to put in plenty times. You make it so my daddy tell me I did about raising up a nail. You find out I can make different things and he give me the next nail and tell me what to make for him. And I just learned to make things. Nobody learned me how to do that. I done it myself.
It's the best way. You learn it the best.
What's that?
You learn best that way. I do.
Yeah, sure. I just learned a lot of things myself.
Well, whose farm did you grow up on?
Oh, they made me did 40 years. McMcCormick.
Mac McCormick.
Yeah, McMcCormick and Then this on here, please make me common and all that, and you know, pork and different food. I done not make on form long with them like that years ago. My really long days. Them people did years ago. It's been going home. I mean, going to sleep until that morning.
They're gone to sleep now. They're asleep now and resting. They're resting now. They're resting now. Mac McCormick.
Yeah, Mac McCormick, he's dead and gone and all of them. All them folks, a lot of folks I done with school, all like that, they passed away years ago. I mean, a good while ago.
What part of the county was that in? What part of the county was that in? Where you had the farm?
County.
I mean, that was down near Briar Creek, wasn't it? Or I remember you told me.
Down Briar Creek, down Briar Creek, that down there called Briar Creek. Big creek, the name of that place down there about it after that creek. You get two creeks going run up that the other Sweetwater and Briar Creek. And that name is Briar Creek, about that creek, big creek. We have big mill there, each guy cone mill. That was down there we belonged to Mr. Bud Hall, but he been dead for years. A lot of them folks have been gone a long time. It's a good while.
Then you moved up then you started working at the box factory, right?
Yeah, when I started. Oh, it's been a good while. I was in my young days and all that. See, I didn't make no record of them days I went to work in them years. In all them years, I done forgot them. This age, I'm a long way from a child now. I'm right over in age, good piece of weight. I didn't take no record of it, but I worked at both of them. I was shipping it, I worked there 12 years, so I was shipping clerk there 12 years. Mr. Dave McWillie now, they been dead, and all of them sons, some of them been dead for years. Long time. See, a lot of them things I can remember a long time, but long been going like that. Strip my remembrance, see, I didn't make no record of it. But I didn't know how I worked at them places. Yeah, I worked at them places.
Does it seem
What
like...
time you here now?
It's 1:30.
1:30?
1:30. You don't have to leave until what, 2?
Wait, yeah.
You got to leave at what time? 2? You don't.
3.
3. Oh, okay. We got time.
You put the can on because they looking for me around to get the lady. She's sick and she want to see me. They didn't see me in a good while. And tell me to be sure to come and see her because she don't think she's going to be long. She's going to be here long.
How many brothers and sisters did you have?
Yeah, brothers and sisters. 4, 5 of them, they don't pay to bring some of them. So they told me to come down there, so I'm going to the creek that
You still got your brother. You still got your brother James. Is it what
James?
Your brother's James?
Yeah, we still got in the country here.
He lives on Briar Creek now, doesn't he?
Wait there.
He owns about 100 acres on Briar Creek.
Yeah, he used to live on Briar Creek too, but he left there and bought that plantation from a man by the name of R.A. Cooney. A good while ago. So all them people dead and gone. A lot of them. R.A. Cooney, all of them fellas. And left this world. Won't be back no more until that morning.
You were telling us about that yesterday.
What's that?
You were talking about that morning yesterday.
That's it.
How long were you married to your wife before she passed? How long were you married to your wife before she passed away?
How long I done for?
How long were you married to your wife before she passed?
Oh, we married around 20 years close to it. Probably might have been a little longer than that. We married a pretty good while. It's pretty good while. Always done the right thing about it and tried to be good to her. She told me everything she told me. She wanted to be standing by my side that morning and be able to take that old arms around me and she answered with me that morning. I always treated right, you know, those things like that. I always believe in the right and forget the wrong. Yes, I'd done anything good for her, but I know she had to leave this. This man was gonna call on her, the lady called on her, gonna call on me, and if he isn't with her one day.
He's gonna call on all of us one day.
What's that?
He's gonna call on all of us one day.
That's sure, and that found day. You know, that some think don't know when that found day gonna be, thinking it's gonna be near like a hammer, so we never two know when that found day gonna be. Yeah, we only two know when it's gonna be. That's God the Father and Jesus Christ.
That's right.
All I can tell you is they try to be ready when the door comes. You won't have to be, it ain't gonna be no hidden thing to you. If you're all right, you can go back with him. And if you're all right, you can go back with him. And but two know when it's gonna be. That Jesus Christ, when he tell Father, you know, he died for the whole round world. Jesus wasn't Jesus Christ when he was in the world. Or you the album transgress and go to Lord and God and eat them, get of the forbidden fruit. He put in the garden and eat them, and Adam was putting out by himself. And found out that a man needed a helpmate. Put man sleeping took real about a man's side, made one man. And told him to eat off any tree that's in the garden or eat them. But the one that stands in the midst of the garden, they eat that fruit, they will surely die. So the devil was in heaven then and said, God looking at you in heaven, said, you go disobedient by an old ruler. So they threw him out of heaven, said, 9 days, fall into the lightning speed. So you got the earth first thing you don't let the tree of life, and you go to meet him. Try to get the apple in the bite, the apple couldn't get the apple in the bite. And Adam had to sleep. He got on the, what said the reside, the man, the woman. Got her to bite, and she woke him up, and Adam bit that apple, and see that cold in the man's neck, choked him, that's when sin started. Haven't seen him come about. The 420-year-olds in heaven down on the knees, praising God the Father Almighty, all angels were playing the harp. And so they found out that the man and woman had transgressed both the Lord and God and read them. All the angels hung the harps on the wheel and kept playing them. And then the 420-year-olds got up and started up. Heaven struck stars. They think of man and woman had sinned against God the Father Almighty. Just to do the soul to cut them down. But he stood in the arms of God, spam a little while longer. And then it said, who's going man, one man born? None decided to go man, one man born. Jesus Christ sang from the foundation of the world, both from God, Father Almighty, Father, tell me a boy, and I go down and sin across the world. I redeemed man, one man, put him back and make you with you again. God the Father Almighty told Jesus Christ to folks to raise his household, the fowl of their house and that. Sometimes the Son of God have nowhere to lay his head. Your Father, tell me a boy, and I go down in the world, and I make man and woman a friend to you. Say, give me the time of 4,000 and 4 years, and I'll meet justice on the go over here, and I'll pay you dead. There's always something to think about.
It's something to think about.
But Jesus Christ, he's going to start the war. When he see even out and transgress both Lord and God or evil. Eat of the unforbidden fruit. And that's when sin started. That's when sin come about. There's something to think about.
Do you go to church every Sunday?
What's that?
Do you go to church every Sunday or?
Just about all of them, most of them, not all of them, different. Some of them I don't go. Some Sundays I miss. More than generally I go pretty much all of them.
What church do you go to?
Mount Holy, there's any of them that popular here. Jones Road, Sweetwater, they different churches. One right across here, Vandy Hall, one right across over here. I go to them meetings. Always believing, breaking faith and serving many of your for I know one day you're going to have to stand before him. You know, say that awful day, show the calm, appointed all make head, and I'm going to stand before my judge and pass a solemn test. I cannot bear to hear his voice, and now the word be for.
That's right.
Oh, there's something to think about, tell you the truth.
You said one time that you worked for Charles Lindbergh, or that
We went across the Atlantic Ocean 3 times with him. And they was my really young days. They was the best airplane of power. They were few airplanes. They'd go on some airplane power. When he get ready to go across that ocean, he stick pins all around his seat. So you never see him get on the while he's flying across that ocean. You know against them pins are sticking. You wake up. These some airplane power I tell you was. So he left the United States. He went to England, across the Atlantic Ocean. Charlie wanted me to go with him, make him a home or whatever. My dad and mother, they were leaving then, they didn't want me to go leave them, and I told them there was no car there. So he crossed the Atlantic Ocean, he kidnapped his child. He's a multi-millionaire. They kidnapped his child and held him for a ransom of $100,000. He paid the ransom, got his child, took his family and boarded the airplane. Went across the Atlantic Ocean in England, wasn't no kidnapping. They all known it. He's in England, across the Atlantic Ocean. People are doing some trouble, mean things in the United States, but they don't know they got to give an account for that one day. Oh yeah. That would be a Titanic, 1912. Captain Smith of Titanic, he built that Titanic ship, and he said it was unsinkable. That was said. But they went up in the Arctic region, where mountains of ice stood on the sea. Near Wolf Spring, someone wanted to go there no time. Say it was way below zero all the time. Say it was unsinkable. And God the Father Almighty stood himself in the form of an iceberg and knocked the bottom out. Say it was unsinkable. Some people went down on that ship, they died. Except for that ship went out of sight in the water, say, with a million going far, people committing suicide, killing themselves, drowned, people drowned, and killed themselves before they drowned. There's a million boys went down in that ship, say, a million of them. The Captain Smith of the Titanic did all he could to save women and children. But that was a true hero, he went down with his ship.
it'll rise though one day.
What is that?
Didn't you say you were
They
saying?
been trying to throw some kind of apple relish. They threw it up, but they ain't never got a chance to find out. But when David take that oath that morning, the sea gonna throw it up.
The sea's gonna throw it up.
Sure. He give up his dead, the earth's gonna give up his dead. At the sound of that trumpet, the earth will give up his dead. And the seals will run and give up his dead. Oh, get up, give that river. Jesus Christ is standing there, you take us all, save the cross. Yeah, it'll come up and gave will take that oath. Say 1 feet on the land, other on the sea. Saw him raise his right hand, swear by heaven, Jerusalem, time, hell, being won't be no more. Heaven is sea gonna give it dead, no, it's gonna sit run and give it dead. All to get up, give that a river.
It's something to think about.
It's something to think about. Oh, it's something to think about. Oh yeah, some don't think it's long for that pound day, but they don't know what they have. Like I tell them, a lot of folks ask me, say, what do you think about the foundation? I did tell them, don't worry about it, because every two know when they're going to be. They go to for Jesus Christ. Every Jesus Christ, see, Jesus Christ don't man, one man born the day. Then he tried to come off, that's when the foundation coming. And he tried to come over. You know what, Father, God the Father, said, Father, I've been on man, one man born long enough, I'm coming over this morning. Even God knew this, the angel in heaven called Receiver. The tell Receiver, go tell David, come to the throne of God, I got an oath I wanted to take, one never trouble before. Receiver went and told Gabriel, God the Father Almighty wants you at the throne. Gabriel come over the throne of the Father Almighty, yeah, he is. Give him my son, Jesus Christ. Say you the word. Say, man, on man, one man going long, or say, coming off this morning. Say, I got an oath I want you to take. The one you never took before. Say, I want you to get 7 tones of trumpet and move down by the sea, but land in the water of the fire. Say, I want you to pray 1 feet on the land, 1 on the sea. And Solomon raise your right hand and swear by him in Jerusalem. Time hell, then it won't be no more. And at the trumpet, that sound of the trumpet, heaven the sea going to run and give us the dead. The way he's going to run and give us he did. All going to get up and give us at the river. Jesus Christ can stay ready to take us all, save us all. Oh, it'll be a time.
When do you think that'll happen?
So he said,
When do you think that'll happen?
well, you don't know the boy won't be there, I ain't but 2 know. And that's it from here. God the Father Almighty, Jesus Christ say the word. Only 2 know when he's going to be. A lot of folks think he ain't going to be long now, but don't nobody know. It ain't but 2 know, but when he come, it ain't going to be no hidden thing to nobody. They try to be ready to meet him when he does come. It ain't going to be no hidden thing. Nobody.
What about those men that gone to the moon?
What's that?
What about those astronauts that flew to the moon?
Ain't nobody been to the moon. There's a lot of folks been fooled on that, but ain't nobody been to the moon.
That's what you were telling me.
And God made the sun, moon, and stars. Home up, told them what to do. He asked for no ladder to hang them over where it did. He hung by the main reach. Ain't nobody going up there on them. That is nation bluffing that one of us. They know that they can't go to the moon. The moon and the sun both said so many billion miles from the earth. And said both of them noisy to it, but they stand here and look at it. They don't like on that round dude. So they both of them noisy to it. And the moon wakes the other thing. Moon, you wakes the sun. You see the sun come with his eyes to the pole of the spring and summer months, but it moves the trail of the south. But when it come up and you see coming up high like this, it's going to be hot weather. Well, you see that sun trailing the south and the moon coming up and you ain't got something to heat, bitty girl, heat something, get you some cold, it's going to sure be cold.
That's right. They did it. It does do that.
It's sure going to get cold, guys, sure get cold. And God's 3 God had been in Trinity. He said, let us make man and woman. So the wind was standing there, so you could see it then. They won't do for it, see, skated there. So the wind is the frightening thing. So the wind was standing there, the moon was standing there, and the sun was standing there. He said, how shall we make man and woman? The wind said, Father Almighty, make man and woman. That means wind. It's going to do to make one man and woman. That wind said, too easy to get confused. You play the stroke. You see how these stones tear up the wood hard sometimes? And the moon said, Father Almighty, make man and woman. That means the moon. They told you to make man and woman. That moon said you change too much. Don't say one thing long enough. Then he said, Father Almighty. The sun said, Father Almighty, make man and woman. That means sun. They won't do to make man and woman. That the sun. If the man and woman in the power sun, they start the world. That's my creed of my own. And it's from the like God. Oh, it's something to think about. That's 70 sun, it ain't gonna start his war one day. The sun. Yeah, sure, he's gonna start his war, he's gonna start his war. No, he's been started with water one time, the flood.
Right.
Noah. And Noah built all 120 years preaching to the people. It's gonna rain. People come along and poke finger with scorn there and make fun of it and say, it never come no war, move that thing you building. The leg ain't nothing part of this man over here. And Moses, using the hammer, they had the hammer, said it, ringing the soul, trying to judge a man, ringing the hammer, crying, son of repent. He said, that is some kind of old trick you got to make them things say that. So that's some kind of old trick you got to make say that. Then he said, come eat all our hoe. He got the hog, he was 120 years building the hog. He said, come eat all our hoe into the hog, so it was going to rain. He said, it's still stuck against him. He said, when it rain, the flood, water coming up and coming down. And said, he swam up to the hog. He said, no, hold on to us. He said, we ain't got no hole out here to rest our feet. And God knows what we can tell him, you know. He said, I can't let you in. He said, God has locked the door and said to keep you here. He said, I can't let you in. So I preached 120 years and you know, baby. I can't let you in. So drown down the flood. Yeah, they come along and make fun of it. They never come to the war move that time you did it. They took them 120 years to build it off. They let a lot of people this day in town, they don't believe in nothing but they hear. They just hear something, you know, and that's all. They don't believe in nothing until time comes to pay, things come to pay. Yes, people, he's gonna be. Don't nobody know when he's gonna do it. Some of them think he ain't gonna be long for. So see, he don't man, one man born today, and when he decided to come over, so they haven't had found a day coming. That'll be the end of the world. Found a day. But Jesus Christ, everybody all love him for what he done for us. Everybody all thank him for what he did for us. Because when you have him transgress both the law and the garden of you, you're going to destroy the world again. So, as much as stood on his arms, so for his family a little while longer. Jesus Christ, the only one in heaven, he said, come down and die for man and woman, that you might have a right to the tree of life.
What made you start making calendars?
What's that?
What made you start making calendars?
Calendars.
Your calendar stands, when did, what started you making those?
Oh, they started making them, they started making things like that. You know. The other thing I made, you know, like that, I just come in my mind, you know, and it's in my favors and all that there. It's almost showed to me really how different things go. You know, and I made Hebrew different things. Just coming in the way, coming before me, you know.
It just came to you.
It
just came to you.
Been a long time, pretty good while. But you never know when that found day gonna be all right. You said they try to be ready when they do it from. Oh, don't nobody know where it's gonna be, but two. That Jesus Christ and God the Father Almighty.
You just have to be right.
Just try to be right. They do it come. Yes, yes. Try to be right when the door comes, boy. There ain't gonna be no hidden thing to nobody.
All gonna be out in the open.
What's that?
It's all gonna be out in the open. Yeah.
Yes, sir. They try to be ready when it comes. There ain't gonna be no hidden thing to nobody.
Are you still working for Miss Harrison?
Yes, I still wait for her. Wait for her and do different things. And I go way down the country, you know, and do some work for people down there. You do work for years ago, you know, and all that. Yeah, I done it. The time I go down and different folks, try to be 100 folks or more. Sometimes 150 people more, I be down there, come to different places. And just let me talk. Talk on the Bible. Tell them to do some things about the Bible.
What about the story of Samson and Delilah?
They say,
You know the story of Samson and Delilah? from the Bible?
I don't understand what you said. See, I'm a little bit hard of hearing, you know, like I used to work on them planers. And them planers, you know, a lot of fellas or something, they, you know, you couldn't hardly hear nothing, but they make you hard of hearing, you know.
Right.
Yeah, they see them make it some force, you know. I worked on for years, good many years. Just make me a little hard of hearing sometimes.
He was asking about the story of Samson and Goliath.
Was it?
He was asking about the story about Samson and Delilah.
Samson and Delilah?
Who?
From the Bible? Samson and Delilah? Wasn't he the fella who she found out the secret to his strength? And she cut off all his hair? And then he lost his strength?
Yeah, you know, different things you know about things like that, you know. A lot of people, you know, there's plenty of people, you know, they don't believe in the Bible without me, don't believe in the right things. A lot of folks, they have child of one thing with another. That they come about it. But a lot of people have been misunderstood of a lot of things, you know, what they shouldn't be like.
She was asking, what do your friends think about your calendars and your family?
It's all right. It's all right. This thing that come to me almost clear. I made different things, you know, all like that, and come up to me more than I child. I don't know. I have made a lot of different things, and I was home up.
You know, I bought one of your old cupboards that you made for your brother James.
Yeah. Yeah.
They said that you made it for him when they got married.
Right.
Back in 28.
Yeah, that's a while. I made a lot of different things with different people, you know, a lot of different things. This thing that come to me in the clear, you know, and I make them. It's good. All things being clear, and I just get my hammer, sword, nails, and got big things. Plenty of things I made, they come to me in the clear.
Come to you in the clear.
They sure come to me in the clear that day. No.
Do you ever have dreams about things to make, or
Yeah, what?
do you ever have dreams at night about things that you?
No, I had no dreams about things that I made. Those things I made, plenty of things that come in my, it's all in my sight. I made plenty of things that, yeah, it was all just mapped out to me. There's a lot of things like that. What time you have now?
It's 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. But they come to me natural. You know, like that, everything like that. I know anything comes to me natural, and I know anything I know about it. All that. Thing, you know, in the plenty things have come to me in the clear. Plain. I don't understand what you mean. Tell you what time it is, or what time what?
The calendars.
Right time is important.
Why time is important. Why calendars are so important. You understand what I'm saying? You know.
Well, different things, different prices, you know. A lot of things. different types and different things.
The seasons.
Come to change more there with anything sometimes. Like that.
You think about the seasons a lot.
Season.
The seasons and how the seasons are running together. How
They're talking about the different seasons of
the different seasons when you won't know one season from another. And
yeah, spring, summer, autumn, and winter. 4 seasons. They come in their time come this season. They 3 months in all of them. Spring 3 months, summer 3 months, autumn 3 months, winter 3 months. It's spring, summer, autumn, and winter.
you were saying one time that the Bible talks about. Doesn't the Bible talk about the seasons a lot?
Yeah, you see, the Bible tells you about, see, that's in the season too, and it was for the end of time, you know, all that thing. Wars and rumors of wars, earthquakes and pistons in different places. For the end of time, there'll be wars and rumors of wars. See, been wars, no rumors of wars, and rumors of wars. During World War I, or World War II, the Bible speaks of all that. Wars and rumors of wars. Earthquakes and pistons in different places. There's been earthquakes, you know. There's a lot of things the Bible spoke about. And a good while ago, that Bible was still, what it says still be.
Does time go fast for you?
Right there.
Does it seem like time goes faster for you, or is that why? Does it
What?
does it seem like time and the days are going faster, or?
Going faster. Well, it don't seem to go no fast. It don't seem to go no fast. See, there's short days, long days. Different time like that, you see, but see, when it comes, them days, when that time comes, see, one thing about it, it's never good. Don't nobody know when this war is going to be judged, and nobody knows but Jesus Christ and God the Father Almighty. See, God the Father Almighty and Jesus Christ. See, Jesus Christ come down and died for the whole round world. If it hadn't been for him, he was going to start the world, and even the album translated both Lord and God of England. He was going to start it then. But mercy stood on his arm, cut him down, and justice, his father's family a little while longer. See, Jesus Christ, the only one, was born man, one man born. But they destroyed the world then. But now see, everybody, Jesus Christ, everybody all loves what he done for us. Give his life as a ransom, that man and woman may have a right to his life. Everybody all loves him for what he done for us.
You think we're gonna get any more rain?
Ain't more rain. Yeah, you make them over in the clouds, and if you get where that moon hangs, the moon, I think, is posting a new phase now. It's just about on a new phase now. If you get where it hangs, you see the cones up like that. Don't look for no water. You see them go like that. If you ain't got the raincoat or umbrella or something, you got to be in your house because it's going to rain. You see when it turns over, them down like that, look for water. But you see when they're up like that, you ain't look for nothing, it ain't going to rain. Dry well, dry still. That moon, but silver thing. Yes, sir. You know the sun. You don't see the sun come up this high in these fall winter months. You don't. So in winter and fall months, trail it south. Stay back. But the moon comes right straight through the other man. Cold weather too. That's a cold weather when you see.
How was your society meeting today?
What is that?
How was your society meeting?
Oh, it's all right. It's all right. Members come, pay the dues and things.
Is it-
Your full Sunday.
Is it very expensive?
Very true. It's true for me, you know. 25 cents on a boat and decided to do 50% more than every 3 months, $1.25 there. See, it ain't expensive, but see, put you away nice when you pass away.
So the society will put you in the ground when you pass away? They already have you a vault?
Man, overnight at society, he been dead a good while. There was Solomon Hardwick. I don't know if y'all heard talk to him or not. He organized the property, he built a society. Solomon Hardwick.
Was he from here?
But here,
Was he from Thompson? Was he from Thompson? Solomon?
Solomon Hardwick.
Was he from, where was he from?
Where is he from? You live in Thompson. You live in Thompson. You know the fellow down here around that funeral home called the Buddy Funeral? You know, you come to 5 Point and you come on Pine Street. You know that the funeral home sitting there up there to the left. That's saw how to run that place in jail. Basically, gone. Buddy Funeral, he come in and took it over, but that's it. They started organized that society and many people, the Lord's outfit too. A lot of members, a lot of people members of that society.
How many members do you think there are?
Okay.
How many members do you think there are
How many got?
in the society?
Oh, I don't know. There's a good many of them. We got on them the society book. They got record that you see. Well, there's a good many of them. There's a good many. So, good many of them. A lot of members in the society passed and gone years ago too. You know, so he was organized. You know, he was one organized. So that he been dead a good while.
What kind of work did you do when you were working on the farm?
What kind of work I do? Plowing and chopping cotton, planting corn, all that. You don't know about that, do you? Yeah, I plow with a mule,
I don't think
2-horse plow. There's 2 mules to it. And they plow with there's some land, 6 of a row, different rows, and the other thing there and plant. It had a planter fitted with cotton seed and distributed. Box like that high, Juliana. That stripper go over here, the planter. The man go along in front of the planter with a needle pulling the distributor, open the floor, open the row, and the planter coming along behind planting it. The chain and plant that cotton. And then same thing as corn planter. Got one coming along, you know, go along with the open the row up, corn planter coming along and drop corn. Years ago. All them, they've been gone by a long time, a good while.
How many bushels of cotton could you pick in an hour?
How many 100 pounds, you mean?
Was it in 100 pounds?
For cotton, I have to how they were I picked was 988 pounds of cotton. Little man said, come up with a big cloud, stop it. Man said, he's going to, I was going to pick a bill that day. See, it rained, they stopped. She had a bet, you know, between the best pickers and the less best pickers. They always had to say how the best cotton pickers they all know. I don't pick just about 1,000 pounds. And the man said the cloud hadn't come up, so I want to pick a bill that day. They put 1,500 pounds on a bill, you know. I never used to pick it though, so I don't know. I never used to pick it.
Did you ever know Milo Newsom?
Do that.
Did you know Milo Newsom?
Milo Newsom.
He lives out on Mount Pleasant Road.
Milo Newsom. I think so. I
He used to be a farmer.
He had a lot of farmers. Take my daddy. He was a big farmer. Yeah, I reckon on probably doing this on a public job or something. And he had nobody with his wife and too good at home. And they had this some cutting, you know. And I tell the man on the job, they're going to job out there. I got to be over about a week. I was going to do a little bit for my daddy. The man told me, all right, there, be sure to come back now and let you go. I get all pretty good cutting. All pretty.
People worked hard and people lived long back then.
Yes, sir.
Do you know what day you were born, or
What is that?
do you know what day you were born? Or?
Got the family Bible until the same day he was born in the world. You know what I'm saying? My daddy put out his sister's children, his brother's children, and his children in that Bible the day he was born. That Bible that thick. In World War I, the reddish, you had to be 21 to reddish. If you 21 didn't reddish, they stand before the 12 men, fine, squad and kill you. And they had to kill my daddy's sister's boy, the girl. You know, they had him say, O'Ban wanted him to wake for him because he wouldn't wake. He told him say he was 21 in World War I. Had to tell that family that Bible so aggressive, federal court. They had the federal court. You know, they knew the old grand Jews, they're going to kill you when they get over there told. So your honor say, think about a man, raised up in this country, did for him, hoping, and then get up and fail to help, go help out for him. Say, these still for that 12 men and all of them put a bullet through him at the same time. His sister and Annie, mother and all in that car, you know, my dad said, what y'all crying about? His mother said, Lord, they're going to kill him, boy. My dad said, I got his food right there. And that old grand Jew, and that old sister cut down, then the lawyer said, Armstrong, can you find these days? Yeah, my dad had a list of them there, you know. Come down and turn to here it is, right here. So, yeah, you wrote this? So, yeah, I said, hey, you right back there. And he wrote right there, right there. Yeah, this right, is different. My dad told me when I did this right, I learned better how to wield my pen when I did this. He said, He's a gentleman of the Jews. They all heard the criminal police. They go in that room, so they don't come out. So you bring them true boys to help you God. Grand Jury go and start walking, say, Your Honor, do we have to go in the room? Say, no, you arrested buddy. Say, Your Honor, so you find out the son of Albert Jones not guilty. So his mother and sister almost shouted all over their courthouse. He's found not guilty. Yes, sir.
If y'all had to, you had to have the family Bible, that could have been.
He had to carry the Bible to the federal court. Go do it. In World War I, and you 21 didn't read, they stand for that fine squad 12 men. Kill you. If you 21 and didn't read it. And this man wanted out to beg for him, because he wouldn't beg on the job he wanted to beg on. He told him that he was 21. And he didn't have no proof. But my daddy put our name, all of his sisters and brothers and sisters and all that Bible. Daddy was born. Anything comes wrong, and do a thing with that Bible, and the proof is right there. Yes, sir. That Bible that thick. Oh, yeah. Yeah, still a lot of people go by the word of mouth, but that didn't go. In them days, that didn't go. They had to have proof, record. So that record, that Bible proved it. It broke about 2 weeks before my day was to go.
You were lucky.
That's real.
You were lucky.
Broke. It was World War II. Yes, sure. World War I, World War II. 45 or 6, some days, probably 7 weeks, just when you're about good thing started.
It's you kind of do it in moods, don't you?
Was that?
You kind of do it whenever you feel like it, don't you?
Oh, yeah, you know.
You have to feel like doing it, or you got to be in the
Right.
mood to.
Doing something like that, you know, work like that, you know, you got to do something, you know, just put it aside, you know, and get my table and saw, you know, things out and get to work at it, you know.
That's your table that you're sitting on, isn't it? That you make your stuff on.
Yeah, on because, yeah, I made a million things on this other bank. A million things I made on it. I mean, I made a million crate on this. Oh, you gone.
What made you start making your banks? You know the banks that I bought from you. What made you start making the banks to keep your money in? You know your safes. You know that big old concrete safe that I got from you.
Oh, I make things like that. They make them, name them, you know, that. Name them, that different things.
Did you ever keep any of your money in the bank, or you just had your own bank?
Yeah.
It was safer to have your own bank.
You put in the bank like that and make different things like that, you know, like that lot of things like that, you know. Yeah. I made a lot of things that with different people, you know, and they put the money in the bank, some of them in there, put the money in them things.
that concrete one was a real good one.
What's that?
That concrete one was a good one.
Yeah, so I made a good man of them, man.
How many of those did you make?
Yeah.
How many of those concrete ones did you make?
Did I make?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I made a good many of them. I got the building, I could make them and then I make them concrete and all like that, and you know, I made a good many of them.
How did you make that concrete one? How did you make that concrete bank?
Well, you had cement, you know, and concrete, you know, and you had to build a frame for it to sit in, and pour that cement, or it come all the way down, and then you could make a thing with the foot of there, and you get them sides, though, and then dry. Then you make a top going. Make a top going. Then that top, how deep you want it, that deep. And it fit down in there.
Well, you did a good job on it. You made that in 1956.
Yeah, I made that. It was a good while. Yeah, I mean, it was a good while.
You told me, you said the house will burn down, but your money won't.
If the house burning down, or it wouldn't hurt the money. No, it wouldn't hurt that.
That concrete won't burn, will it?
No way. You know, sure, if I burn, the house catching fire and going down, or burn a real thing, you know, and that country that's there. It ain't hurt. Might be smutty. Sure, there's smoke going, but it ain't hurt.
That was pretty impressive.
Yeah, it won't hurt. It's all right. Yes, sure. I made a many different things like that. Yeah.
Did you ever? How many of them? You don't know how many of them you sold, do you? Or you don't know how many of those concrete banks you sold, do you? Or
well, I sold a good many of them. A good many of them. A lot of them I didn't sold, you know. And then I made some different people, you know. Some of my people, you know.
right.
You know, that they got me made some for them, you know, and I just kicking in the counter for all that sold in the other company. I made a good many of them. A good many of them.
Who do you don't remember who you sold them to though? What kind of people would buy them?
Yeah, different people. Different people. All them people come from Tennessee, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Bought some things from them.
They were from Chattanooga.
Some from Akron, different places. lot of plays, different plays, yeah.
How much would you charge them for one?
Take you a little bit, what is that?
How much would you charge for one of your vaults?
Oh, they talking about in that bank.
Those banks.
Oh, it's really good price for them. Oh, that's a really good price for them. And we're in Tennessee. We're going to Tennessee. They'll come here and give me $500 on that big net you had.
Right.
$500 cash dollars for it. Different things, all of people, different places, you know. Some from Athens, I mean. Make a lot of things like that, you know, like that. Put in good places, keep it, you know, and you couldn't keep them, you know, folks come and want them. But then it takes a little bit easy now, and I use people getting up, the old sport, they're getting up in age now. I don't run here and on the left I used to go different places. I have been at different places. People come and give me names. You stay in Athens. So the name is $2.50. He's a multi-millionaire. You can tell him about $1 and he did a dime. You come down here and come to my house, come home, get me, carry me to Athens. Something he want me to do for him or fix for him around, carry me down and bring me back. Pay me a good price. Yeah, he didn't tell him about $1 and he did a dime.
He'd rather have either one of them, huh?
Yeah, I done a lot of work. I did a lot of work for him and all that little thing. Yeah.
What was your wife's name?
Who?
What was your wife's name?
My wife, Luda May.
Luda May?
Luda May.
What was she before, what was her name before she married you?
Demon.
She was a demon? Where was she from?
What's that?
Where was she from?
Yeah, she was born and raised out here in Thompson, Georgia. In Georgia, in Thompson, around here, you know, like that. All her folks, you know, had some people lived on Augusta. You know, like that, you know. For me, her stage girl, Lord, she grew more than 35, 40-something years, I didn't know, like that. Finally passed away, yeah. So that's what I got to do with everybody one day. Sooner or late.
Where did you bury her at?
What's that?
Where was she buried at?
It's called Westview.
Westview?
Westview Cemetery. You know, a lot of people got requested and choices about where they want to be buried at, but it don't make no difference where you buried at when you die, because when they will take that oath that morning, you're going to get up, I don't make no difference where you at.
That's right.
And he said, once you on the land, on the sea, and saw me raise your right hand, say about heaven, you time here I've been, you're going to get up, I don't care where you at. It ain't no matter where you buried. Well, you're going to get up that morning. Everybody else did. She said, listen, that be good now. I said, when they would take that oath that morning, place one feet on the land, wasn't on the sea. Solomon raised his right hand, swear about heaven, you rule, and time hell, then it won't be no more. So I won't be standing by your side. My arms are around you, and everything else will read that morning. So, okay. Yes, sir, you're going to take that oath that morning.
Get one of the calendars out of it. I was gonna just stay right where you at. It's in. She's got one in her car. She's going to get.
Be right back.
She's gonna bring one of the calendars, and we were gonna end it with you telling us about the calendars.
What time you got now?
It's 2:30.
2:30. I'm gonna have to get real good in a little while.
Okay. Well, looks like you were doing some work over here.
What's up?
You were doing some work over here yesterday when we came up,
Cutting that grass.
cutting that grass.
Yeah, I put all that grass down all that bed. Going by that house somewhere.
This is one you remember this.
That's right. Oh. It's nice and trendy.
It is nice.
Yeah, sure.
That really is a nice one.
All right.
What is the won't you explain it to us and tell us about it? This-
The old thing on that explains itself.
Oh yeah, it's all
Well,
explained.
that's the front. Yeah. 1986.
And these over here are
All that was on that, he got the number of the body was there. It explains itself.
this is January, right? It's explained, but a lot of people that we're showing, this is the months here, right? That's the months.
Yeah.
That's the days, and these are the that's the seasons.
That's right.
This is spring,
Someone autumn and winter. And move like that.
and then turn it around back here. It's the back, and then you got the bottoms,
At the moment, you get the deck.
the back, and then you signed it.
Yes,
You've made a lot of them
sir.
for all kinds of people.
Yes, yeah, a lot of different kinds. Lot of different kinds. Oh.
How do you get such a round circle?
Morgan, get around.
And just you hold the marker there and then turn it around with the dial. It takes time to make them, doesn't it?
Oh, yes.
How long do you think it takes to make one sometimes?
What's that?
How long do you think it might have taken to make one like that?
Yeah, this corner, sometimes take it pretty good while and then again sometimes. Make one a little quicker sometimes.
When do you do the decorating? You usually do the decorating at night.
Take them sometime a week. And let them go and then decorate them. I hate to do it, but I'm going to need it.
Okay.
All right,
I
well,
certainly understand that.
We understand that.
That's what I always got. Appreciate
We sure do appreciate you letting us talk to you.
That's
And
good, I try to do the thing that's right. Anybody make no difference. Always say, right stay with me, the wrong one how to forgive me.
the right stays with you and the wrong will have to
Wrong how
forget
to
you.
forgive me. Boy, I know I got to meet this man one day now. I want to be right when I meet him.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
We'll all have to meet him one day.
Good before. Always something to think about. I think about all that too.
Well, I think a lot of us think about it a lot.
I don't want to hear him say. I don't want to hear that word before. Because you stand before that judge. There's a solemn test. Test all right, you okay. You ain't got nothing to worry about. But the test ain't all right. You were not the word before. You went for next tree. I know you're not.
Well, I think Judy might like to come back and talk to you another time. Maybe you think that would be okay?
Yeah.
Judy?
This is Judith.
This is Judy here.
Yeah. come in. All right. Yo, come in.
Okay.
Go.
Okay.
You worry about that clock?